7,000 people were killed. And the rest were afraid and gave glory.
Hello, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. It's very hot in here. My air conditioning's out, and it's very complicated. I called the AC guy, and he can't just fix it. I have to. It's up in my attic, and they didn't build an access door. So I need a carpenter first, or do it myself. Build the access door. I cut a hole and I looked. Anyway, that's irrelevant. It's just going to be really hot in here, and I'm hesitating to do these episodes. Maybe I'll start doing them early in the morning or something. So today is episode 28, which is Revelations 15. And let's get going on that so I can take another shower. Okay, Revelations 15, episode 28, and prelude to the bowl judgments. And I saw in heaven another sign, great and wonderful, 7 angels with 7 plagues. These are the last ones, because by means of them, the anger of God is brought to a finish. And I saw what seemed to be a glassy sea, mingled with fire, and those who come off victorious from the wild beast and from its image, and from the number of its name, standing by the glassy sea, having harps of God. And they are... See, I'm so dry. My voice, I'm losing my voice. And they are singing the song of Moses, the slave of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, "Oh, great and wonderful are your works, Jehovah God, the Almighty. Righteous and true are your ways." It said JHWH, so that could be Yahweh or Jehovah. Great and wonderful are your works, Jehovah God, the Almighty. Righteous. Excuse me. It's this Bible, it's so old. I haven't took it off the shelf in a long time. But it's closer to the original text. I like it better than this other one. Great and wonderful are your works, Jehovah God, the Almighty. Righteous and true are your ways, King of eternity. Who will not really fear you, Jehovah, and glorify your name, because you alone are loyal? For all the nations will come and worship before you, because your righteous decrees have been made manifest. And after these things I saw, and the sanctuary of the tent of the witness was opened in heaven, and the 7 angels with the 7 plagues emerged from the sanctuary, clothed with clean bright linen, and girded about their breast with golden girdles. And one of the 4 living creatures gave the 7 angels 7 golden bowls that were full of the anger of God, who lives forever and ever. And the sanctuary became filled with smoke because of the glory of God and because of his power. And no one was able to enter into the sanctuary until the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were finished. That's the end of Revelations 15. Plague in Revelations 15 is translated elsewhere by the word wound. The Lord is about to wound the earth for the last time before the final judgment. These events will complete the wrath of God. Those who gain victory over the beast during the tribulation are pictured. They triumph over the beast, his image, his mark, and the number of his name. This group, the 144,000 saints of Revelation 7 and 14, is one of three groups in heaven that are given harps from God. Harps are always instruments of joy and celebration in the Bible, as seen in Psalms 33, verse 2. This song is modeled after the Song of Moses that was sung after the Israelites crossed the Red Sea. They sang this during Exodus 15, verses 1 through 18. And the songs in Deuteronomy 32. Now the 144,000 stand by the sea and sing the song in heaven. Its words depict the retribution and justice God takes against his enemies and reveal the greatness of his works, his ways, his worth, and his worship. As evidenced in Romans 11, verse 33. In the Old Testament times, only the high priest could enter the most holy place. But here, 7 angels exit this sacred place, each having one of 7 plagues, and yet clothed in purity. In the most holy place, judgment took place under the law. In this place, sacrifice for sin was made. The 7 golden bowls are likely shaped like shallow pans, and each is filled with the wrath of God. Smoke is frequently a symbol of the presence and glory of the Lord, that everyone was prohibited from entering the temple until the bowls were emptied, illustrates that individuals who refuse to drink the cup of God's salvation must drink from the bowls of his wrath. The 7 sealed judgments present the world ruined by man. The 7 trumpet judgments present the world ruled by Satan. And now the 7 bowl judgments present the world reclaimed by God. One by one, the angels will turn over their bowls, which recall and release the wrath of God on the earth for its wickedness and persecution of his people. The loud voice that speaks in this awful instant is that of God himself. Okay, I'd like to carry on, but I'm going to cut this short because it's so uncomfortable in here. I would just recommend, like some of my friends, well, at least one of them I know of is in the hospital and having a hard time. He says that they're treating him very bad. In those cases, I would like to recommend that you try to think of something good, a happy time that you had, and just try to make the best of it. You can read a book by Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. About he was in a concentration camp in I think Auschwitz, Germany, and the people that survived all had a reason to survive. They weren't thinking about when they were getting beaten, or their friends being killed, losing their family. They didn't think the worst. They thought the best. So they were hoping that maybe their wife survived, maybe their husband survived, and that they needed to stay alive to get out and find or their children, or find their parents, or just to warn other Jews to get away from places that persecute Jews, because it can be so dangerous. So you have to have a reason. So for that guy in the hospital, I would tell him to. I didn't. Because I don't want to. We're not that close, and I don't want to seem like I'm smarter than him or anything. But I hope someone tells him to just keep his mind focused on good things and try to keep a good attitude. Maybe try to get out of there as soon as possible. I think he's going for cancer treatment, chemotherapy or something that he can't get out of very easily. But you can make plans and plan on what am I going to do when I get out of this hospital. I'm going to go call that friend I haven't talked to in a long time. I'm going to go see my brother I haven't seen in a long time. I'm going to go visit my my kids or whatever. I'm going to go do what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to go to Paris. You know, something. Just make a plan and focus on it, so you're not there making your own time worse, thinking about bad things. When you think about bad things, you're attracting more bad things to you in many different ways. So let's say you're focused on, I hate these nurses, they're so rude, they're so mean, they always hurt me, they don't give me pain medication or whatever. By thinking that, you're bringing more pain and suffering to yourself. Not only are you reliving the situation over and over again, when they come in the room, you're looking at them in a way that may be causing them to cause you more harm. Instead of thinking about you're going to go out and see your wife, and you're going to take her out to dinner and take her and buy her something that she likes, maybe a necklace, and you guys are going to have a great night, and you're going to go do what she likes. Maybe she wanted to go see an opera or ballet or something. And just think of that happy thought and how happy she will be that you really love her, and then you'll be happy. The nurse comes in and you're smiling, and she's going to, it might change the nurse's attitude. And maybe the nurse will see you more, have more sympathy for you, give you more medicine or better treatment, or take an extra couple minutes instead of wanting to get out of the room as soon as possible, to see that if your pillow is adjusted, or if you need more blankets, or your bed is right. So having a bad attitude only brings more pain and suffering to you. And along those lines, I'd like to reiterate again, Philippians 4:8, written by Paul, probably when he was in prison being abused. Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely or admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things. That's what Paul recommended, and I highly agree. Keep a positive attitude, and I'll see you guys next episode as soon as I can bear to make one. Goodbye.